welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Here where we need ya. Here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. All right, give it a stretch. All right, so that last work session, not too bad. So I took all like the filaments and I piled them over in this corner because I have some like storage stuff coming. So I want to kind of put them all in one place, so then I'll be able to just transfer it over. But then, of course, I stacked it too high and it looked like it kind of toppled over a little bit and hit the enclosure. But I think it didn't have anything to do with the print job, so I think it's fine. Everything's still, oh, and then another one just kind of like tilted over. That's great. So yeah, so I'm probably just gonna put them closer to the ground. And then I got a bunch of boxes like flattened together, and I put into another box. And yeah, making a little bit of progress. Not bad. So we're getting there, slowly but surely, getting there. So now, for this break session, I want to take a look at something that I just saw as I was kind of like looking for something to talk about. And this is a thing that I've been kind of like, I think, if I remember quickly, in a previous project, like a side project I was working on, I was like, this was kind of giving me an issue. And so I look like there's something to be able to help me with that. So that's cool. So let me share my screen. So I'm going to post a link to it. It's going to be next to the recording of the video over at untilit.works. So let me do this, add a link and save it. Then let me share my screen. All right, so this is probably very niche, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted to get the word out about it because I think it's pretty cool. So again, shout out to Thomas Steiner. All right, so the clipboard item.supports function is now baseline newly available. All right, so that means that it's available across like the 3 browser engines. And so like Chrome, which is Chromium, which Edge also uses, Firefox, and Safari. Dope. I think this is, yeah, since March 2025, this feature works across the latest devices and browser versions. This feature might not work in older browser devices though, so. All right, cool. So the Async Clipboard API has made working with the clipboard a lot easier than it used to be in the past. So that's what I was doing, something with the clipboard. I'm trying to remember what was I doing with it. Was I copy? I think I might have been like trying to like copy an image or something to the clipboard to be able to post somewhere else. So it was something weird. I don't remember what it was, but in lieu of previous methods of managing the clipboard, you can now call navigator.clipboard.write text for plain text content or navigator.clipboard.write for almost everything else like images, textual content, or HTML. So I think, what was I working on? Or maybe it was like code. Maybe it was code, I think, where I wanted to be able to copy it from this one thing, put it in another thing, and keep that HTML code. There's something, I don't remember. I work on way too many different random projects. So one missing piece so far, though, was quantifying the almost. For example, you couldn't know if the API supported SVG until you tried. And then, in case of non-support, caught the exception that was thrown. This wasn't a very ergonomic way to determine support, which is why the static clipboard item.supports function was specified. So the function now has now reached baseline newly available status, which means working with the clipboard becomes even better. To know if a browser supports a given format, pass the MIME type, M-I-M-E type, of the format you're interested in to the function. All right. So like they mentioned SVGs, right? So if you're looking for image file SVG or XML kind of thing, then you check the supports joint with the format. And then I guess it'll just give you like a true or false. That's pretty cool. All right. So there's web custom formats that allow you to work with formats the browser doesn't natively support. Interesting. For example, by default, the browser doesn't support AVIF images. Okay. So yeah, so it would say that it does not support that. So, but by using custom formats, you can work with AVIF images and copy and paste them around freely, as long as the receiving party knows how to deal with it. So that's dope. So even if, like, interesting. Okay. So like, wait a minute. So they have this image AVIF, but then they have like this web image AVIF. So I guess that's that web custom formats then. And so it does support that. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, see, they added this web thing here. Interesting. That's pretty cool. So, okay, so here's some code. So if it does support it, right, you're going to get a blob. So you're going to fetch the file, and then you're going to get a blob back. All right. And then you're going to try to write the image to the clipboard, prepending the blob's actual type. Okay, so with the string web, so it also becomes a web. Okay. Okay. So I guess that way the other receiving, again mentioned, what page or whatever would then know what to do with it. Okay. Interesting. So with the clipboard item supports function now baseline newly available, web developers can reliably detect clipboard support for various MIME types, including web custom formats. This enhancement makes working with the clipboard more robust and predictable, improving the user experience across. So okay, so that's dope. So that'll help out a lot. Like if you have an application, and again, maybe you need like a specific, I don't know, program or something on your computer, and you're like, hey, copy this, whatever, and paste it into this program. If you aren't able to copy it in that browser, then it will let you know, hey, you can't copy it in this browser, maybe. So that way you don't have an issue with that. At least that's what I'm thinking. I don't know. That seems pretty interesting. Now, I'm not sure if that would help with the thing I was looking for, because again, I think I was doing like HTML or images or something. So, but no, that's pretty cool that that's here now. It's pretty dope. All right, cool. I've never tried with the AVIF stuff. I might want to try that. I don't know. We'll see. That's pretty cool. Because from what I understand, I believe like the file size is supposed to be like super small. But then I don't think you can use it to display it though. I don't think you can do like an image source .avif file. I don't think that works. But I think you could use it for other stuff. Like if you needed to convert it to something else or whatever. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's pretty dope though. Very nice. All right, cool. So yeah, so the clipboard items .supports function is now baseline newly available. All right, yeah. So again, super niche, but I just wanted to spread the word if anybody wanted to check that out. All right, so let me get y'all back to work because I want to get back to work. I need to bring down these filament because just in case I don't want them to fall and actually break something. So I'm gonna be out of here. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna send y'all off with some traveling music. This right here is Anthony Cruz, aka A Butter. The track is called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out. See you 50 minutes after the hour. Till then, I wish you much productivity. All right, y'all be easy and peace.
I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I want to say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like and everybody says we spread a love like I want to say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I want to say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like